It's time for our weekend energies reading, everybody. I'm Erin, and I provide a 3-card reading for all 12 signs to reveal what messages Spirit is providing for the next 72 hours, forecasting your weekend. Let's get to it, starting with Aries. And hello to you, and let's see what Spirit is saying for you this weekend. So we have the Four of Cups, we have the Page of Pentacles, and we have the Tower. So look out, Aries. We got some turbulence coming for you this weekend. So we are starting with the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is the emotional card that's talking about being careful about how you're treating those that you love, making sure that they feel that they know that they're important to you, and not just making sure that all of the other things that they need, like material, imagination, creativity, those things might be getting met or okay for them, but that love, knowing that they are truly appreciated and you feel for them in that very strong emotional way. So you might have some issues this weekend with your loved ones. Whether it's said or unsaid, they might be feeling like they're not feeling the love, so to speak. So make sure that they know that. Then we have the Page of Pentacles, your money. And with the Page of Pentacles, we're talking about big financial opportunity coming for you and good news about money, whether that be a new job, a promotion within a job. So, or just another way to come into money. There's all these not necessarily side hustles, but different things that you can do that can actually bring you good financial luck, more financial abundance in general. So that's something that could be happening for you this weekend. So knowing that, be open to new things. You have a very enthusiastic nature. You're kind of impulsive also. So this might be a good time to just strike out and see what else is out there. Not saying that you need to leave your job or anything like that, but just that you should be open to other things. They're going to be available to you, so why not? But you also have that Tower. It's the only power card in your little 3-card reading here, and the Tower is definitely saying that there's something that's going to be happening for you, some sort of chaos that's going to strip away all the things that were in your way to give you a new outlook on something. So the Tower is generally saying that there's something bad coming for you, something that is going to be traumatic, but it will be temporary. So I'm thinking it's probably more along the emotional lines for you, Aries. So just keep an eye out for that. And like I said, make sure that your loved ones know that you love them, know that you appreciate them, know that you have that strong emotional connection, because more than likely that's what your Tower is talking about. It's talking about an emotional bond and those people that are already close to you, knowing how close they are to you. So keep that in mind and make sure that you keep your emotional connections connected. And that's what I'm seeing for you this weekend, Aries. And hello to you, Leo. And let's get started and see what the weekend holds for you. So with the 9 of Pentacles starting it out, the Ace of Pentacles. So we got some money going on for you. And then the 9 of Cups. So starting with 9, ending with 9. So that's some really nice balance. But let's go ahead and talk about the money, because you have Pentacles definitely lining up right at the beginning of this. So for you, Leo, you have a very extravagant nature. You like very nice things. So starting off with Pentacles and having the Ace of Pentacles in there as well, saying it's probably going to be a good weekend for you to indulge that extravagance. Excuse me. So with the 9 of Pentacles, we are talking about really good luck, strong prosperity, and knowing that you already have a lot of things. You are already very abundant. You're very well situated as far as your funds go, and that you're at that point because you understand what you already have, if that makes sense to you. So you know how to appreciate what you already have. Therefore, anything you acquire, anything that comes to you after that, well, that is icing on the cake. so to speak. You are already feeling very abundant. So when something else comes to you, well, you appreciate it even more, and you do have a strong understanding of what you have. With the Ace of Pentacles, that's talking about prosperity as well. Very, very strong sense of well-being and security. Possibly even some new financial gain coming your way. And knowing that you have the ability to manifest your desires. Things that you want are going to be coming easily for you. And with the Pentacles being there, it's going to be financially supported. So you are going to be able to indulge yourself a little bit this weekend, Leo. So, you know, it looks like your money is going to be really good. You're going to be in a position where you can indulge that extravagant nature and be really tune in on yourself, really let that passionate nature loose, and really be able to enjoy and appreciate the financial well-being that you're having this weekend. And then with the Nine of Cups, that emotional card is the one that says that you feel like wishes have been fulfilled. Just true happiness and feeling very contented. So all of those put together is saying that your weekend is going to be wonderful. I'm not saying you need to go on a huge shopping spree, but it might be something else that you've been longing to do that has a financial basis that is going to really make you happy. That Nine of Cups ending this little reading is saying that you really are going to feel joy this weekend, and more than likely it is going to be tied to money and what you can do with it. And that is what I am seeing for you, Leo. Hi, Sagittarius. Thanks for stopping by, and let's see what the weekend is holding for you. We are starting with the Seven of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Ace of Wands. So starting with action, ending with action. Some nice balance there. And right there in the middle, you have some really cool money vibes going on. So let's go ahead and talk about your money, because it is right in the middle and it is all by itself there. So with the Queen of Pentacles, she is talking about that strong sense of tranquility, that peace, that being able to relax and enjoy the fruits of your labor, what you have already done, that is giving you that ability to really enjoy it and relax into it this weekend. So all your hard work is going to be paying off and giving you the opportunity to really have some R&R this weekend, some relaxation, some rest, some rejuvenation even. So another R, how about that? So you're going to come out of this weekend feeling very prosperous, very just a really strong sense of well-being because of your financial situation, and being at a point where you feel magnanimous, like you feel you can help other people. So with that optimistic nature that you have and being very idealistic and philosophical, that's really going to work well for you, Sagittarius, that you are going to be in a financial place where you feel like you can help other people. You feel like you don't have to stress out about your own financial situation, which is a pleasure for just about anyone, I would think. So let's look at your action then. So with the Seven of Wands, the Seven of Wands is talking about being able to overcome some challenge and strength in competition, being able to really rise above no matter what's coming against you. So again, very positive action card, saying that you're going to be capable of just about anything this week in Sagittarius. So all in all, very good for you, the action and the money. And then we have the Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Wands is saying new beginnings, potential, just the opportunity to expand and grow. So all of those together are saying that this is probably a good time for you to listen to your inspiration, listen to that little voice inside you that's saying, why don't we try this? Or we've always wanted to try this, or we've tried this before, but maybe this is the time to try it again. So definitely that inspiration, the potential to have some really strong growth, being able to overcome challenges and being really able to, strong competition. You're going to be able to compete and be very strong, be very, you're going to overcome your things that get in the way for you. So really good weekend for you to try something new or to possibly retry something that maybe wasn't that successful the first time, but all the cards are saying this weekend might be different for you, Sagittarius. So give it a try. And that's what I'm seeing for you this weekend. Hello to you, Cancer. Thank you for stopping by, and let's see what Spirit is saying to you this weekend. So we have the Fool, we have the Nine of Wands, and we have the Six of Swords. So it's great that you're starting out with the Fool. I love that power card. It's talking about your enthusiasm for just about everything, wanting to really be open to new adventures. The Fool also sets a very positive setting for just about anything that you want to do, making it more possible for success to happen and allowing you to be more of a free spirit. And so for you, Cancer, being so tenacious and being very kind of tough-shelled, that's going to be really wonderful for you this weekend. Being able to be strong enough to take that leap of faith and just trust in what Spirit is bringing to you, really embracing that this weekend. And then you have your Nine of Wands, and your Nine of Wands is talking about having the courage to get assistance when needed. So that kind of talks to your Fool, where you are open to new things. You have that sense of wonder. And even if it seems like it might be a little scary, like something that you feel, it's something you've never tried before, something that you've never done, but you have that sense of wonder and you really want to try it, you really want to get into it. So that Nine of Wands is saying that you might need some help with that. So your plans are right there on the edge. The thing that you want to accomplish is right there on the edge, but you probably will need some assistance with that this weekend. So don't be afraid to ask for help, and don't think that it's a shortcoming if you do need that help. It might be fun to do this with someone else, involve someone else in your venture. So definitely be open to some partnership. That Nine of Wands is inviting you to have some partnership, freeing you up to really push those plans forward and really get creative, knowing that you have that open mind, that sense of wonder, ready to take that leap of faith, but that you also have someone to help you with it. Then you have the Six of Swords, and the Six of Swords is talking about definite improvement. And now the Fool and the Six of Swords do both talk about a journey maybe being involved. So this weekend it might be not just a road trip, but something that is going to enrich your life, and more than likely with someone else. And it's going to be something beneficial to both of you. So that Six of Swords is saying that this is going to bring you that sense of peace restored, a transition that you need and that you're ready to take. You have that free spirit, you have that willingness to take that leap of faith, Cancer. So be open to it. I would say anything that comes at you, including the opportunity to get away. And remember that you have a partner in this, someone that you are going to ask for help with this, that is probably going to be going with you and going through this journey with you. So that is what I'm seeing for you this weekend, Cancer. And welcome to you, Scorpio. And we are beginning with the Four of Swords, Strength, and the Ten of Swords. So some balance there. We have the Four and the Ten of Swords with Strength right there in the middle. So anything that's coming at you, coming for you, you're going to have that strength, which means that you are going to be able to just do what needs to be done. You are going to be pretty much, I would say, in charge of this. You're going to be in control because of the strength, but you will be able to use your mind and your heart, not just the fact that you are more powerful per se, or more capable even. Because with the strength, it's saying that, it's almost like something that would be impossible, like for the woman to be holding the lion's mouth open. Well, the lion is the stronger, obviously, and he's allowing her to open his mouth and allowing her to hold it open. So, but giving her that sense that she is, giving her the necessary feeling that she's in control, even if she really knows she's not. So you are going to be able to do that this weekend with the people involved with you or the situations that you're going to find yourself in, Scorpio. You're very understanding, so I think that works. I think that works very well with the strength. Your understanding that is part of your nature is going to be very much in tune for you this weekend. You also have the Four of Swords. And with the Four of Swords, we're talking about being able to have a period of contemplation, some time to really relax, get away from it all. So this weekend, I see you not necessarily taking a trip per se, but just really using your weekend to relax. Really using your strength and your ability to be in control, of your time. So your time is going to be very valuable to you this weekend, which means you're going to cherish it and kind of keep it to yourself. If anyone's going to be involved with you this weekend, they're going to have to be on your terms, probably your spot where you want to be. So, and what you want to do. So very much a relaxation weekend for you where you're going to get that opportunity to just recharge. And you'll need it because more than likely this week is going to ask you to make some big decisions. You've got something coming up that you're going to need to really have that sense of rejuvenation, in order to really make the best decision, do the thing that is best for you. And then you have, the Ten of Swords. And with the Ten of Swords, we're talking about feeling like some conflict has been resolved. So perhaps this rest and relaxation that you're getting with the Four of Swords is actually talking to that Ten of Swords and your strength. It's saying that you are going to be finalizing something that has been going on for a while. Something that when you're finished is going to give you a sense of being healed or something being restored to you. And it's something that's been long coming. So this weekend may be that for you. You're taking the time to really do some me time and what you need. And in the end, it's going to bring you that peace, that ending of a conflict. So that is what I'm seeing for you this weekend, Scorpio. Hi, Pisces. Thanks for checking in. And let's see what's happening for you this weekend. So we're starting with the Nine of Swords. We have the Ten of Pentacles, and we have the Hanged Man. So looking at the Nine of Swords, let's go ahead and address that first card in your reading. Now, the Nine of Swords is usually talking about some unpleasantness, something that has been causing you anxiety and stress to the point where you might have some difficulty sleeping, where you find yourself really honing in and thinking about this to the point where it's just unpleasant for you. Not saying it's not unneeded anxiety or unneeded stress. It's probably something important to you, but how you're handling it might not be the best way. You might even be in that kind of a rut where not only are you stressing out and worrying about things that might be a bit not in your control. Let's say not within your control. You're worrying about those things, but you're also expecting bad things. You know how that happens? You're like, okay, so this, oh God, this happened to me. Now this happened to me. Now this is, oh, well, everything's going to be. I mean, it's just human nature to fall into that trap. So if you find yourself doing that, Pisces, you want to kind of mentally walk away from it, regroup, and think about it, because the Nine of Swords is saying you are going to have to step back, take a step back to get that fresh perspective so that you can move forward. So do not get trapped in that merry-go-round or that circular motion that I'm just not going to have a good day. I'm having a bad day. I'm going to have a bad week. I'm having a bad day. I'm going to have a bad weekend. Do not do that to yourself. Then we have your Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is talking about being able to be wise with your money, usually because you have some home training, you have some things that from your past or your childhood that you are able to handle your money well, or you might even be coming into money because of your family. So with that Ten of Pentacles, it's saying old money or money from your past will be coming to you. So this weekend you might be working on something that involves that. Maybe even doing your own will or your own living will. Very important to have. And then you have the Hanged Man. So with the Hanged Man, he is asking you to step back also and really regroup and think about what you need. You need to be able to really be still, and physically, emotionally, thoughts, everything. Just slow down for a minute. It will more than likely help you with that anxiety and that stress that you're bringing to yourself. And it will probably give you time to contemplate and think about what you want to do and how you want to embrace that handling of money from your past or from your family history. And that is what I am seeing for you, Pisces. And welcome, Taurus. So let's see, we are starting with the Two of Cups, a really nice emotional card there. We have the Eight of Wands, and we have the Empress. So starting with an emotional card and ending with a pretty emotional card. And the Empress is a power card. So let's start with her. And basically, she is talking about harmony in the domestic realm. So when you have her here, then you have the Two of Cups starting you out. Well, the Two of Cups is talking about partnership and harmony in relationships. So the Two of Cups and the Empress definitely speaking to each other. The Empress also represents strong family representation, as I said, domestic harmony, but also abundance in family, fertility, things along that line. So if you feel like you've been at a loss in the with your family, or feel like you and your partner haven't quite been connecting the way that you like to, this weekend would be a great time to work on that, Taurus, because the Two of Cups and the Empress are both saying that emotions are going to be very strong for you this weekend. You're going to really be in tune to your partner. The Empress is saying that those things that give you harmony within a relationship are going to be very easy for you to access. So it would be a great time for you to spend some time with your loved ones, in particular your partner. And especially if she's also talking about fertility, if you're having a really good emotional weekend with your loved one and you're really feeling that that connection, it might be a good time to be thinking about that. So Taurus, if you have been considering that, you're very practical nature, you're very constant way of looking at things. When it's got that rose-colored film over it from love and emotion, I think that you will find it's going to be very comfortable and very pleasant for you this weekend. And then with the Eight of Wands, that is talking about being able to handle a lot of things at once, possibly some travel involved. So I'm feeling like this, even though it's definitely your spouse, your partner, what have you, you do have the Empress talking to you about family, and then you have the Eight of Wands talking about handling a lot of things at once, the opportunity for lots of things to be happening, and possibly some travel. So I'm thinking you might be visiting with family this weekend with your spouse, and it's just going to be a really warm and fuzzy weekend for you with your partner and with your family. It's a good time for you to be with your family. The Empress is definitely, so that fertility might just be the fact that hopefully you're going to be spending time with your family, as many of them as possible. I'm thinking maybe a family reunion, or just that chance that everybody has the same weekend off and you're all going to get together. But it's going to be lovely for you, Taurus, and try to enjoy that family time. And that is what I'm seeing for you. Hello, Virgo. Thank you for stopping in. And let's see what Spirit is saying for you this weekend. Well, we are starting off with a beautiful power card, the Lovers. Then we have the King of Pentacles. And the Four of Wands. So starting off with your power card, the Lovers, definitely talking about strong partnership there. So because it is the lovers, I would think that it's talking about your significant other or your life partner, your spouse. Definitely strong emotions going on with you and your partner this weekend. A really good time for you to spend time together. So if you work a lot or you're not able to be together often, if you're separated a lot, this is definitely the time, the weekend for you to spend time with that person, Virgo. Love is definitely represented by the card, the lovers, but it's also talking about really being in alignment with that person, really being able to have what you want, have your cake and eat it too. Being able to work together for what you both want. So definitely some partnership going on within your partnership, basically. And then we have the King of Pentacles, your money card. The King of Pentacles is just saying that you are feeling very abundant, like your wealth, your abundance are secured. You don't have to worry about what's going on with your finances this weekend. So I hope that is true for you. And I think if that's the case, you would have more time for and be more able to feel relaxed and spend that time with your loved one. So your ducks should definitely be in a row financially. And then we have the Four of Wands. With the Four of Wands, talking about harmony and stability and teamwork. So again, teamwork here with that person that you love, and just having a very strong sense that all is well. And oddly enough, that Four of Wands is the action card that's talking about romance or marriage. So your partner is definitely someone you want to be working with and spending time with this weekend. Just really building and solidifying that sense of contentment, that sense of just strong emotion, and just really being in tune with each other. And then the finances should probably I feel like they're just going to come together. It's going to work out for you well, that the finances are just going to blend in with that really romantic. And I don't like to use the word romantic because I don't think it's really, even though the Four of Wands talks about romance or marriage, I feel like because you already have the lovers there, I think it's just going to be a really solid, harmonious weekend for you and your partner. Not necessarily hearts and flowers, Virgo, because you're not hearts and flowers. I mean, that's not really who you are. But you definitely make your partner know that they are loved. And this weekend, I think it's just going to be more of the same. You're really just going to let them know, and they're going to feel very, very comfortable with that and very happy with that. And that is what I see for you this weekend. And hello, Capricorn. Welcome to you. And let's see, we are starting out with the King of Cups. Well, the Knight of Cups and Five of Swords. So we have a lot of emotion for you this weekend, Capricorn. And since you are very loyal, I think that that's going to be very nice for you. You tend to be a little selfish as well, so it's good that you have that very strong loyalty going on there too. And the selfish, not in a bad way. I think because you have those emotional cards, I'm thinking that it's going to be you wanting to be with your loved one, you wanting to be and spend more time with that person this weekend. So starting with the King of Cups, it's talking about enjoyment and just feeling like you're blessed, just feeling really, really good about your emotional world, and almost to the point where there's celebration. So like you want to celebrate your love. You want to be very boisterous and let everyone know about how happy you are with your person. So I could totally see that for you, Capricorn. You're feeling very much in love with the person that you love, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. You also have the Knight of Cups, and the Knight of Cups is talking about just really strong sense of romance for you this weekend, and strong, intense emotions, and big flirtation. So whoever you are with, Capricorn, if you are with someone, they're going to feel very loved, very special this weekend as far as how you are attracted to them, how you love them. And then if you are not in a relationship, I think this is going to be a great weekend for you to possibly find someone that you are feeling that way about, or admit to someone, or be open with someone who you have had your eye on. So the cards are saying you should go for it. And if you're in a relationship, let let Cupid's arrows fly. Have a lot of fun with it. It's going to be good either way. So your emotional world is going to be very, very pleasant for you. You're going to feel, even like I said, even if you aren't in a partnership or you don't have a significant other, you're just going to be you're going to have that relationship with yourself, Capricorn. Just very strong emotions for you this weekend. And then with your Five of Swords, the Five of Swords is talking about being aware of what's going on around you, being able to spot conflict and, nip it in the bud. Don't let it get the best of you. So I'm thinking that means that emotional weekend that you're going to have, that experience you're going to have, is going to be uninhibited. You're going to be able to really let loose, really feel comfortable in your skin with this emotional weekend, and that you are just going to be aware of what needs to be done. You're not going to be worried about it. You're just going to have fun with it. And that's what I am seeing for you this weekend, Capricorn. Hi, Gemini, and welcome to you. And let's see, we are starting out with Judgment, the Ten of Wands, and the Moon. So you have power cards on either end. Very good. I really like both of those power cards. And then you have that action right in the middle. So you are going to be rocking and rolling this weekend, it looks like. That inquisitive nature that you have and being open to a lot of different things is going to come in handy for you. With the Judgment card, we are talking about self-assessment and being able to really look inside yourself, see what makes you tick, and then being able to use that to your benefit, work with it, and get better with it as you go. Better yourself because you're aware of what's going on. That evaluation is needed every once in a while. Check yourself to make sure that you're living the way that you want to live. And then having that evaluation, you would look back at your past, see what you've done, and see how it's rewarded you in your present and how it's moving you toward your future. So this weekend might be a weekend of contemplation, you thinking about that, seeing how things are working for you. Don't be afraid to do that. Take that time, that quiet time, to reflect and really think about, how am I living my life, and is there anything I'd like to change? Are there things I'd like to keep? This is going to be a weekend of reflection for you. Now let's look at the power card that's ending your reading, the Moon. The Moon is talking about being willing to trust your intuition. And that's really good for you because, like I said, you're already at a point where you're open to how you're performing. You're doing your own self-evaluation. Well, the Moon is saying that trust in your vision, trust in your intuition. Right now, you should be feeling and receiving some divine communication and being able to see things that other people can't see so much. Really being able to get to the crux of what's going on. Really being able to see beyond what is shown to you. So those two things are really going to work well together because you're also doing that for yourself. You're delving into yourself. The Moon is saying that you're just really going to be very capable of doing that. Then you have the Ten of Wands, and the Ten of Wands is just reminding you to keep your work and your personal life in balance. If you have that imbalance where you don't really understand, or you're not really trying to make sure you have as much fun as you do work, well, it will eventually gang up on you. So this weekend is just for you to really reflect upon yourself, more in touch with your ethereal world and your spirit world than your physical world, and definitely just letting the chips fall where they may this weekend, just really going with the flow. And that is what I am seeing for you this weekend, Gemini. And hello, my fellow Libras. We are starting out with the Eight of Swords, the Queen of Swords, and the Seven of Swords. So lots of challenge for you this weekend. So that means you're going to have to pay attention to what's going on. Nothing wrong with that. So we have the 8 and the 7. I really like that. And then you have the Queen. So all all challenge cards. So starting out with the Eight of Swords, talking about being able to trust in your sense of right timing and knowing when to stick with it. Just trust that you know when to do something and knowing that you need to stick with it once you do. So there's a decision that you need to make, something that requires you to know the right time to strike, the right time to do it. So this weekend, you're really going to be in tune with that. You're going to be on top of it, and it may not come. That right time to do this may not come to you this weekend, but you're going to be on alert for it. You're going to be paying attention to what's going on around you, listening. Really pay attention to what's happening and see if it is presented to you. If it is, you'll know when to strike. But if it's not presented to you, you'll know that too. So you will be able to tell when it happens for you, Libra. Then with the Seven of Swords, let's go ahead and do the 7. It's talking about clarity and being able to really see the truth, really know what's going on. So the 7 and the 8 are saying, absolutely, you're going to be really mentally on top of your game. You're going to really be in tune with all your stuff, everything that's going on for you, Libra, not just the intellectual world, but I would think this is speaking to your mind, your heart, your soul, your intuition. All of it's going to be very highly tuned for you this weekend. And then just to solidify that and to bring that home, your Queen of Swords is talking about perception and intellect and being able to see things that are normally puzzling or present themselves as obstacles, and they're going to be easier to get around. They're going to be easier to overcome. So all of this is saying your intellect is really going to be peaked. You're going to be very happy with how you're thinking, how you're working, how you're behaving. All of those things are going to work together because your mind is going to be very clear. You're going to be seeing things, for what they truly are. You're not going to be easily swayed or easily persuaded, because face it, Libra, we have a tendency to kind of get led. Oh, that sounds so much fun. Oh, I want to do that. Do I want to do that? This weekend, you are going to be on your A game mentally. That clarity is going to be there with you, and you are not going to be easily swayed, easily led. You are going to be very aware of what you're doing, how you're doing it, what you're doing, and you're going to be very pleased about that. So that is what I am seeing for you this weekend, Libra. Hello, 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 Aquarius. And let's see. Oh, we are starting out with the Wheel of Fortune. Lovely power card. Oh, now another power card. The World. Oh, and another power card. Justice. So looking like you're really going to be able to handle just about anything that comes to you this weekend. And with the cards all of your cards are power cards. So Spirit is definitely speaking to you, Aquarius, wanting you to really embrace your intuitive nature. You're such a humanitarian. You really want to do well for yourself and for others. So the Wheel of Fortune, the World, and Justice are just that. They're saying you are going to be really feeling yourself this weekend and really in tune with how you want to handle your life, how you want to handle the people around you. So starting out with the Wheel of Fortune, just saying that you are able to keep that positive forward motion going. You are okay with whatever life throws at you this weekend. You're just going to be able to keep it going. The cycle needs to turn in order for things to get better and in order for things to move forward. And the Wheel of Fortune is pretty much ensuring that will be a positive move forward. So not saying that you haven't been moving forward with something that you've wanted to do, but this weekend you're going to just feel very much like you can go with the flow, like you can keep it moving, like you feel like there is positive motion for you the entire weekend. The World is talking about joy and accomplishment and possible material gains, but I'm thinking with the Wheel of Fortune, it's going to be everything. You are just going to feel very capable and very comfortable with that. Very in control of what's happening for you this weekend, but in a very positive kind of Zen way. And then you have Justice. So with Justice, You're talking about your sense of right and wrong, being discerning, really considering the effects of what you do, how it affects others, and very much a sense of karmic balance. So all of those cards together, like I said, you are going to be on very, very on top of what's happening, being able to really go with the flow, feeling like all of the outcomes will be very positive for you, very joyous. Not necessarily, I'm really not feeling a material gain here. I'm feeling like it's going to be a really, like I said, very zen for you. Really feeling like you are at peace with and very balanced. Your chi's balanced, your karmic balance, just very, very openly happy this weekend and willing to just flow along with that. So a very, very, very zen weekend. I can't say it any different. Aquarius, you're just going to feel very, very relaxed this weekend, okay with what's happening. Yes, I'm controlling this. No, I'm not controlling this. You're just going to be very zen this weekend and come out of it really ready to rock and roll for the week. And that is what I am seeing for you this weekend. Thank you for joining me, and I want to invite you to join me for your weekly reading. And as always, essentially, we all have a divine purpose. Embrace the universe and live your dream. Until next week, here's wishing you health, prosperity, and positive relationships. Farewell to you all.